with a fair wind at sunrise they sail. True each to his word, up came the sun, and round to my isle came Media. How glorious a morning! The new-born clouds all dappled with gold and streaked with violet, the sun in high spirits, and the pleasant air cooled overnight by the blending circumambient fountains forever playing all round the reef. The lagoon within, the coral-rimmed basin, into which they poured subsiding hereabouts into green tranquillity. But what monsters of canoes! Would they devour an innocent voyager? Their great black prows curling aloft, and thrown back like trunks of elephants, a dark snaky length behind, like the sea serpent's train. The prow of the foremost terminated in a large open shark's mouth, garnished with 10 rows of pearly human teeth, curiously inserted into the sculptured wood. The gunwale was ornamented with rows of rich spotted leopard and tiger shells, here and there varied by others, flat and round, and spirally traced, gay serpents petrified in coils. These were embedded in a grooved margin by means of a resinous compound, exhaling with spices that the canoes were odoriferous as the Indian chests of the Maldives. The likeness of the foremost canoe to an elephant was helped by a sort of canopied howdah in its stern, of heavy, russet-dyed tapa, tasseled at the corners with long bunches of coconut fibers, stained red. These swayed to and fro, like the foxtails on a Tuscarora robe. But what is this in the head of the canoe, just under the shark's mouth? A grinning little imp of an image, a ring in its nose, cowrie shells jingling at its ears, with an abominable leer, like that of Silenus reeling on his ass. It was taking its ease, cozily smoking a pipe, its bowl a 12º edition of the face of the smoker. This image looked sternward, everlastingly mocking us. Of these canoes it may be well to state, that although during our stay in Odo so many barges and shallops had touched there, nothing similar to Media's had been seen. But inquiring whence his sea equipage came, we were thereupon taught to reverence the same as antiquities and heirlooms, claw-keeled, dragon-prowed crafts of a bygone generation, at present superseded in general use by the more swan-like canoes, significant of the advanced stage of marine architecture in Mardi. No sooner was this known than what had seemed almost hideous in my eyes became merely grotesque. Nor could I help being greatly delighted with the good old family pride of our host. The upper corners of our sails displayed the family crest of Media, 3 upright boar's tusks in an heraldic field argent. A fierce device, whom rends he? All things in readiness, we glided away, the multitude waving adieu, and our flotilla disposed in the following order. First went the royal elephant carrying Media, myself, Jarl, and Samoa, Mohi the teller of legends, Babbalanja and Yumi, and 6 vivacious paddlers, their broad paddle blades carved with the royal boar's tusks, and same tattooed on their chests for a livery. And thus, as Media had promised, we voyaged in state. To crown all, seated sideways in the high open shark's mouth of our prow was a little dwarf of a boy, one of Media's pages, a red conch shell, bugle-wise, suspended at his side. Among various other offices, it was the duty of little Vivi to announce the advent of his master upon drawing near to the islands in our route. 2 short bars, projecting from one side of the prow, furnished him the means of ascent to his perch. As we gained the open lagoon with bellied sails and paddles playing, a sheaf of foam borne upright at our prow, Yumi, standing where the spicy spray flew over him, stretched forth his hand and cried, "The dawn of day is past, and Mardi lies all before us. All her isles, and all her lakes, all her stories of good and evil. Storms may come, our barks may drown, but blow before us, all ye winds. Give us a lively blast, good clarion. Rally round us all our wits, and be this voyage full gaily sailed, for Yillah will yet be found." End of chapter 66.